Alright guys, so we already did a short on this, but I wanted to get it before we put it back into another box. I'm going to show you the box we're putting it in, and I think he's going to also customize that box also. He's going to put 3 speakers into the one box, not 3 speakers as in speakers you're thinking about speakers, but this one mid-range speaker and 2 small tweeters.
Yep.
So this is the Audio Legion. It's the M10NF. I believe the NF stands for Neo. It is a Neo speaker. Let's see if it says anything on here. 2-inch voice coil, single 4 ohm, 400 watts max. So I'm guessing 200 watts RMS.
Yeah, right 200 watts RMS.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to know what that F stands for. Unless
M
it's
is
like
the model. M10 is the model. And N has got to be
the Neo Ferrite maybe or something like that.
Is it a Neo Ferrite?
I don't know.
Sounds a little strange.
So it has the single terminals down here.
Goodness.
Now what's really odd about these, I wanted to point out because I noticed it on my what was it, the S2512. It has the same terminals, and these are 12 gauge terminals. And that's the only thing that's odd about, that strikes me really odd about these, because the performance of Audio Legion, everything we've done so far is beyond amazing. From the subwoofers to the, we haven't tried the tweeters yet, but the mid-range that I have, the 6x5 mid-ranges, they're all phenomenal, sounding phenomenal, take great power. So this is a bullet tweeter style.
It's a chrome bullet.
You can see right here, you can actually see the voice coil when this goes
it's like reflecting
down.
Off the whatever's around it.
The foam gasket here on the edge, and it sat perfectly in my I put this in a subwoofer box. That was the first box we tried it in, and now he has a different box.
So, and this box is actually funny. It is technically also a subwoofer box.
Yes.
10-inch.
This is a 10-inch subwoofer box.
Very shallow, like
takes up the whole
only like 4-inch
camera there. Yeah, it's a shallow mount.
But this is like
sub
literally,
box.
If you got a like a Chero box, this is also how thick it would be.
Yeah, something like that.
Might even have less than, it wouldn't even not, like this is 3/4. It probably wouldn't even have that. Chicheros probably have like 5/8.
B box.
So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna cut holes right here, 1, 2, and then put the 4-inch.
Yeah, I measured them. They're
tweeters.
3.5 inches.
Okay. And then we're gonna do that. Put those tweeters in and wire it all together. I haven't even heard the tweeters yet. But
yeah, my wire.
They are really, really loud. And
2 tweeters to the mid-range, all in this one box here.
Yep. And we're gonna get that
should
going.
sound amazing.
Oh my god, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get to work on this, and also down here, I'm gonna start another video. That's his. It was a 45 amp.
If it's pretty, dude. If it's like.
What's the power supply? 45 amp.
No, 60.
60 amp.
Yeah, 60.
Okay, so
yeah.
60 amp. All right, so we're gonna do a video on that if I can get it powered on and working.
We gotta do some searching and investigating.
Yeah, got to figure out how to wire it up and everything. And once we do that and have it powered on, I'll make a video for that for you guys. So we can show you how to wire your car amplifier in your house without a Stetson or a Taramps or a Usina or one of the other brands.
It's not actually unpopular. This is a lot of people actually do this for their in-home setups.
A lot of people have these.
They don't have the money to go spending on a Stetson just to pay extra for some branding.
But this video is not on this, so we'll come back for that for a video. So we'll be back, guys. Peace. Shoot me because I don't have a shirt on. All right, guys. So this is the B box that we saw a little while ago. The mid-range we saw a little while ago. The tweeters we saw a little while ago. Now these are titanium bullet tweeters, and this is the Neo's mid-range. And what I did was I cut a hole in the box. You guys saw the box earlier. It had no holes.
This had no holes.
And I cut a hole here. I cut a hole here. On the side of the tweeters, it had like it wouldn't go in with the regular cutout because of the terminals. So I had to cut a little indentation for each of the terminals. And so there's an indentation here, an indentation here, an indentation here, and an indentation there, so we could slide it right in. And that's what it is. So they're all in there right now. We're not sure exactly if they sent this because we didn't check everything out, but this was supposed to be 4 ohms, 4 ohms, and 4 ohms, and it's coming back at 3.4, 3.3 ohms on the multimeter right now. So we're not sure exactly how that works, or if the tweeters don't really fall into that range and bring the ohms down that far. That's my only best guess, is the tweeters don't bring the ohms down that far. And this is 4 ohms, and it only brought it down a little bit. It only brought it down a little bit because of the 2 tweeters. But we're going to get this box plugged in right now. We're going to put it on 3,000 watts, and we're going to see what it does.
So we'll be right back, Steve.
We'll be right back, guys. Don't go nowhere. All right, guys. So this is the finished product here. We got the bullet titanium tweeters and the mid-bass 10-inch Neo mid-range with the bullet tweeter in the center there. It gets loud, real loud. For one speaker, well, 3 speakers, but
I can't even. It's hard to hear.
Yeah, I gotta yell from him standing next to me. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna bring you a short. I can't hear anything you're saying. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna cut this video. I'll get this out to you as soon as I can. I'm gonna bring you a short of this right now. Alright guys, welcome back. Hey, I came up with this saying I figured I'd call you guys. And because you guys are so tubular, you guys are YouTubulars.
What the hell?
You like it?
I do like that.
Yeah, YouTubulars. You guys are YouTubulars. Hey, YouTubulars! So, we're back in Caleb's car again today. And, yep, he's got all the tools out. He took them all out today. Broke them all out to put in, well, it's going to be a monoblock amp when he's done with it. Running 3 speakers on a mono amp. So there's the amp there, and we've already used this little ground up here before, so he knew that was there. So I just kind of I stretched out the amp kit, if you would say, and because it came with a little I don't know, the little terminal thing on the end there, and the holes were really like, I mean, they were like pins. So I took a wrench and just kind of forced my way into it, and I ended up taking a hole that was about yay big and making it yay big. So it fit right onto, I don't know if you can still see it here. Oh yeah, oh, it's up there. I don't know if you can see up there. Let's see, it's right there, it's over there. But there's a factory screw that it's somewhere doing something in the trunk. That's what we use for the ground there. And he's gonna use the little Jensen octane. I don't know what they put 600 watts on there for, because we got like, what did we get, like 40 watts or something per channel?
We got like -5.
Yeah. So I think we got like 80 watts. That was running at, what, like 7 ohms though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was running high on ohms. This should run around 4 to 5 ohms with what he's running on it. So it should run, I'm guessing, around 100 watts, maybe a little better, maybe 150. We'll dyno test it later. We're gonna dyno test the speaker in the house first to see what it actually takes on a Taramps HD3000, and then he's gonna bring it in the car. He might bring it in the car because he's been out here for a little while plugging this in. And
I lost my roller
just
from Scar Audio. It must be inside.
Hey, you know what? I was thinking when I went inside. You said something about speaker wire, and I was just thinking about the amp kit. Like, you buy an amp kit, and they don't give you speaker wire with it.
Usually, my quote unquote zero gauge did come with like 16 feet of it.
Did it?
And it's nice. It is actually pretty nice.
Well, that's an oddity, because I don't think I've ever bought an amp kit. And oh yeah, the seismic audio one I got.
I think only like zero gauge kits, like maybe 4 gauge kits.
It was the zero gauge.
Yeah, like zero.
Seismic audio kit. I'm quoting the zero gauge.
Sky high car audio, and that's like $100 kit. Maybe
this
more.
is the zero gauge right here.
Yep.
And
it's as thick as this.
Actually 4 gauge.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the Scar.
They put in huge rubber around the outside of it and call it zero gauge. But this wire right here and this wire right here are actually the same size. Just this has a huge thick rubber surrounding, and this one has a very thin surrounding on it. And he's got everything wired to the battery back here. And so far so good. I mean, his charging system's holding up, everything's charging good. And we'll see adding another 100 watts to it to see how that holds out. He might have to turn the NVX down a little bit, but he's going to be screaming with that speaker anyways. The Audio Legion, the Bullet 10 mid-range, and the 2 Bullet tweeters. So we'll be back, guys. We're gonna have we're gonna do the Audio Legion in the house, and then we'll probably dyno test it in the car to see what this Jensen's pulling out. And we'll be back, guys. All right, so stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Take care of yourselves, each other. Peace. So I just seen something new again. My radio is different than his radio. I guess each radio is different. He has 3 different connections on his. I have 3 different connections on mine. One of mine is a DVD connection. And then I have an alternate amplifier connection, and then I have a subwoofer RCA out. His has a front, a rear, and a sub output. And when he plugged it into his subs are still plugged into the subs. He plugged it into the front, and it shut off all his internal speakers in his car. So he has no speakers in his car right now except for that one speaker. That's all that's playing right now.
I put it into front.
And he put it into the front input on the RCA out.
Which is probably why it's taken.
And that's on the JVC. Yeah, JVC radio. It's I'll go show you guys. We did a install on it. So if you are curious about it, you can go check out the install on it. I'll show you the box when we finish.
Dude, my volume is usually 26. Look how loud it is at 16.
The streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. We are heroes
Louder?
feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you.
I think it's going to take everything that's going to throw at it. Are you using that the app? Oh, it's all the way up?
So So it's on full.
Yeah.
Crossover.
All the way up.
Yeah, full all the way up. Even the bass boost is on, and even the master level is at 20. So if I
the
put
amp's
this
all the
down
way
to
up.
like 3, I can probably turn this up a lot more now. Actually, that's still really loud.
Huh. That's weird.
That is really loud. Oh, but the gain's also all the way up. The gain's
up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna shut the car off, put it in rear, see what it does.
Huh.
That's strange.
All right.